This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. General Motors and Honda are expanding their EV partnership. They'll co-develop a series of mass-market electric vehicles based on a new global architecture that will use GM's Ultium batteries. While they didn't provide specific numbers, GM and Honda plan to produce millions of the new EVs starting in 2027, which will include compact crossovers. The companies will also work towards standardizing equipment, and they'll explore collaborations on advanced battery technology in the future. This new partnership expands on their previous agreement. Honda is developing two vehicles based on GM's Ultium platform, the Prologue, which debuts in early 2024, and an Acura SUV that will follow after that. And in other EV news, Nissan is once again delaying the launch of the Ariya due to the chip shortage and other supply issues. The model was originally supposed to go on sale in the middle of last year. Nissan then targeted the end of March, but now it says it will go on sale in May in Japan. It then heads to Europe this summer, followed by the US in the fall. General Motors has finally resumed production of the Bolt EV and EUV. GM stopped building the models last August after it had to recall more than 140,000 of them due to battery fire risks. GM prioritized replacing batteries in recalled models, but it now has enough new battery modules to resume production. Manufacturing defects in the batteries, which were made by LG Energy Solutions, caused 18 Bolts to catch fire globally. LG agreed to pay $1.9 billion of the $2 billion the recall was estimated to cost. First it was nickel, now it's lithium. Last week we reported that nickel demand is soaring for EVs. Now China is growing concerned over the surging price of lithium, which is also an essential ingredient for EV batteries. It held talks with lithium suppliers and industry groups last month in an effort to address the price surge. The price has shot up 472% since last June to a record high in March in China. Globally, the price of lithium has jumped 490% in the past year, and it could keep going up. According to Bloomberg, lithium demand will increase fivefold by the end of the decade.
We want to know what drives your testing. OTA, connected car, diagnostics, remote testing. Intrepid Control Systems is here to help you work from anywhere. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Stellantis kind of shocked muscle car enthusiasts when it announced the next generation of the Dodge Charger and Challenger will be all electric. And now we know when they're going into production. Auto Forecast Solutions reports they'll start running down the assembly line in August of 2024 at the Belvidere Assembly Plant in Illinois. The IC versions of those cars are currently made at the Brampton plant in Canada. The electric versions will be made on the STLA or Stella Large platform, and Stellantis says it will deliver sub-2 second 0 to 60 times, an efficiency of 4.3 miles per kilowatt hour, and 800 kilometers of range, which is nearly 500 miles. Speaking of new models, here's the all-new Honda HR-V for North America. It went with a completely different look for its second generation. Gone are the expressive character lines down the side of the vehicle, and the grille is a whole new look for Honda. Not only that, but it's based on the new Civic, so the HR-V is now longer and wider than the outgoing model. While Honda hasn't said what will power the small crossover, we'd expect something similar to what you can find in the Civic. The all-new HR-V is scheduled to launch this summer, so we should learn more soon. There's still too many vehicle-related deaths every year. One way automakers are looking to improve safety is with connected vehicle technology. And Stellantis was just part of a test in Virginia that used a Jeep Wrangler 4xe equipped with 5G V2X, or vehicle-to-everything technology, and intersections with fixed cameras and sensors, so safety alerts can be sent right to drivers and pedestrians. That way they can take action or be on alert sooner. The technology also lets drivers and pedestrians get emergency notifications. And a video released by German supplier ZF shows how those notifications can improve autonomous driving. If emergency crews are working or there's a vehicle broken down at the side of the road, an alert can be sent to the vehicle with V2X technology. Once it receives the signal, it will automatically slow down to a safe speed. If that's not enough, the self-driving vehicle will automatically change lanes too to avoid the issue and then get back over when it's safe again. And it just goes to show that connected car tech is for more than just over-the-air updates.
Mobility is becoming electric, connected, and autonomous, just like the manufacturing world. But will always be one thing: a reliable partner for our customers.
All automakers are working to become more carbon neutral, and for BMW, that means investing in a company called B-Comp that makes composites with natural fibers. One of the solutions it's developed is a 3D structure that kind of looks like fencing with a thin layer of fiber laid over it. It's said to cut plastic use in interior components by up to 70% and lower CO2 emissions by as much as 60%. B-Comp also makes a number of composite components with natural fibers that can cut weight up to 50% compared to conventional materials. While BMW has featured these components on its race cars, they're now working on developing parts for production cars. China has all kinds of EV startups that want to be the next Tesla, but only 5 of them are emerging as serious players, and here's how their sales stack up against each other. XPeng is leading the pack. It sold over 15,000 EVs last month in China. Then the next 4 are close to each other: Nida, Li Auto, Leapmotor, and NIO. They're all selling between 10,000 and 12,000 EVs apiece, jockeying for position in the market. Last year, NIO had the highest sales, and it's kind of been getting all the headlines. But this chart shows that we need to pay attention to the other EV startups as well. Now let's move over to the US. We all know that Tesla dominates the sales of EVs, but who's the best of the rest? Right now, that honor goes to the Hyundai Group. Last month, the Kia EV6 was the best-selling non-Tesla EV, and the second best-selling EV was the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Add on the regular Hyundai Ioniq EV and the Kona Electric, and the Hyundai Group sold 8,435 EVs in the U.S. market last month. Ford sold 2,891, including the Mach-E and E-Transit, while the Volkswagen Group, including Audi, Porsche, and VW, sold 2,446 EVs. And then there's the Geely Group, including Volvo and Polestar, that sold 1,665. Nobody else topped 1,000 EVs. Meanwhile, Tesla sold over 36,000. But that wraps up today's show. Thanks for tuning in.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey; Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game; and by Scheffler, we pioneer motion.